Good morning and welcome to the May 28th meeting of the Fitchburg Housing Authority. I now call this meeting to order at 8:34. Please be advised that FATV is conducting an audio and video recording of this meeting for public broadcast. I ask that anyone else in attendance who is recording the meeting, please identify themselves for the record now by standing and stating the name of their city of residence. At this time, I ask that all electronic devices be placed on silent mode. I invite anyone in the audience who wishes to speak to please stand, identify yourself by name and city and city of residence, and identify the agenda item on which you would like to speak, and then you may speak on it for no more than 2 minutes. Does anyone have a comment they would like to make? All right, seeing none. Seeing no one wishing to speak, we will now move on to our agenda. Mr. Bushman.
Hi, good morning, board. For attendance, the first item would be motion to approve the minutes of the FHA regular board meeting held on April 30th.
Do we have a
Motion.
Dave Vasilian?
Second.
Candace Delaney? All in favor? Or does anyone have any comment? Aye. What else? Motion to review and Doug, what's next for you?
Next item is motion to approve the proposed amendments to the bylaws, term limits for FHA chair.
So, I'm not allowed to say that. Anyone?
So moved.
Yeah, second.
Right. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve payables for April 2025. Motion. Patty and Dave. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor? Aye. Motion to approve January, April financial reports. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do you want to go into the PMR now, Doug, or do you want to continue with motions?
It is a motion to approve the PMR, so we can jump right into that.
Okay. So do I have a motion to approve the PMR?
Motion.
Second.
And any discussion? You want to discuss or?
Andrew, do you want to?
I think we did overall pretty well. We did have a couple of deficiencies that we were aware of. It's the inspection system. That's part of the reason why we switched over to the Board of Health conducting inspections for us. One of the issues that they did find was that not all the units were inspected within a year. 2 of the units that were sampled were units that had been vacant since 2023, and they're still vacant because they have an architect that's planning and design for that project. We did provide them documentation that showed that we actually were at those units with work orders, but they actually want to see inspections. That is one of the things that we're going to be changing going forward, making sure that even if the unit's vacant, it's going to be marked inspected. So.
Anything else? Any further discussion? Vote to approve the motion.
Aye.
Motion to approve an application of certificate of payment Wallace Tower project 097132 for $1,289,000 other monies. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
And any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve same thing number 6 for $1.7 million. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
And a vote? All in favor? Aye. Motion to approve change order Wallace Tower CO 003 project 097132 for roughly $500,000. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
All sad about that. Various items, and a lot of them are plumbing related.
When we opened up the walls, they could find more stuff.
They're always, as soon as that hammer hit the wall, I'm for sure.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve application and certification of payment 76 Mechanic Street, number 004, project 097161 for roughly $90,000. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
No, pay away.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve change order 76 Mechanic STCO 002 097161 for $9,000. Do I have a motion?
Second.
And any discussion?
Yeah, what was that for? Electric panels?
DMH Electric has been compensated. Oh, no.
And that's,
This is number 12 on your board package.
for the actual attachment.
$9,000 extra. And they're trying to, probably, Clyde pay, I guess.
It is remove vinyl flooring and refinish existing wood flooring and remove wood retaining wall.
Yeah.
This project started out as I think a bathroom kitchen remodel.
Oh, I've been in there. I know, it looks like it.
It's spiraled as they all do.
Which is what we wanted to happen.
All in favor?
I,
Motion to approve application certification of payment Martha panels number 1, project 097173 for $45,000, which appears to be related to DMH Electric. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
And any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
I,
Right. Motion to approve design schematic of community admin building. Do we have a motion?
motion.
Second.
And Doug, you want to discuss it all or?
Finally got a plan?
We have a plan. I wanted to just show you the two. The handout that you had that has the red dots was the larger version. It had 2 classrooms, it had more expanded space. However, our last meeting with the state, they had recommended that we reduce it in size. So working with the design team, we came up with a smaller footprint, but gives us exactly what we really need. We're very happy with the revised plan. Matter of fact, I'm ecstatic about it. It allows for the administration offices to be consolidated and the admin portion of the buildings on the left-hand side. And we have on the community space, we'll have a micro library, we'll have the daycare, we'll have community space. We'll have 1 classroom, we'll have a health clinic, we'll have offices for the community support team, an office for the tenant association. So we're very pleased with the revised plan. And I believe that next week we have a final meeting with the state and hopefully they're going to sign off on it. The inflationary rate has decreased. And if you take into the fact that we received $8.1 million in 19 for this property, with the inflationary rate built in, we're almost right on budget. It's $12 million. Okay, it's $4 million higher, but if you took out the inflationary factor, we're right on budget.
What would you like to ask, Dave?
I'm sitting running.
It looks like
in my head. No, the numbers are above my head. 3% inflation a year.
No, 50% over for construction.
Oh,
The
really?
construction-related inflation is astronomical.
15% a year?
No, I think it was 1 year, did he say 50?
Yeah, overall.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good about that.
That's what you try to build in.
So
Any further discussion? Do you have anything else you want to tell us about on that?
I just want to be the board aware of where we're going with the schematic.
Cool. I like it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the lowest responsive bid for CJ Durkin roof replacement. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Doug, what do you want to tell us about this?
Oh, we've been waiting 3 years for this.
Yeah, so this motion is to authorize the chair and the executive director to execute a contract for the lowest responsive bidder after HLC and the FHA signed off on such bidder. it cuts down on a month where we don't have to go back to the board for final approval. We've done this before in other projects. In other words, we won't just sign off on a bid, or HLC would have to approve it. It just cuts down on having to come back for the June meeting, so we can execute the contracts a lot quicker.
Do get it done. So do it so bad here that they've been leaking so long that the decking's rotting.
I agree completely with you.
We use some trash cans. Thanks to water.
That's free wealth. Good.
It's a long time coming for this one.
So any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And there are a couple of other things like the wall cell tower project, Mechanic Street, and community admin projects listed for discussion under that motion. But we kind of already discussed them in the other motion, so we're good there. Or is there something you want to present?
The one item I'd like to discuss, so Wallace Tower, I believe we're gonna have a community meeting on Friday the 13th with the senior center. And we'll be getting notices out about that. The resident service coordinators have secured the location from the senior center. We want to give the tenants at Wallace an update on what's going on. We have pushed back the walkthrough. I think the walkthrough is going to happen in August, late August and early September. For but I want to get a little bit more construction months in place. I don't want to hold anything in June and July. People are going on vacations at that time. They come back usually at the end of August.
I believe our official plan was that we would schedule that and push it back. So
Yeah. So Jordan, unless you have anything else pertinent to say.
But Doug, I buy Wallace Towers a couple times a week and it looks phenomenal. I don't know if anybody's been by it. They found the porches, they put stuff. I mean, it really is coming along nicely. Is there any way you can put on the website or somewhere to show the progress that's being made? There's nothing. When I looked up to see what was going on with Wallace Towers online, I just found a couple articles that were in the Sentinel, which doesn't do justice to what it looks like now. So I don't know if there's a way you can show the community, show the public, show anybody that, I mean, it's a big project and I'm sure it's known statewide. I would think that you would like to have somebody say, look at that, this right now, it looks phenomenal, really, really.
That's a great idea. For sure. I'll work with my IT specialists. Yeah, Facebook as well.
Can we light up the balcony so there's more beautiful building in town? 4th of July?
Well, we've had discussions with them about that, and that's a change order,
Is that,
about $500,000.
Well, we're looking at different options. We want to have some, there's got to be some lighting, especially at the top, a couple of floors, but
Yeah.
they envision this Taj Mahal type of lighting system, sort of pouring down to the cement to the ground floor. Oh, yeah, it's just solar, something like that. So we're.
my wife has been able to buy for like $20 lights that we put in our yard and they shine on our house. So we can probably do that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Right.
drive to
At least $40.
the city hall in the holidays, the lights change colors. It's uplighting on the building, it's gorgeous.
To do something like that on every floor, the estimate they got was like 500,000, because like Doug said, you have to core through every floor to put a conduit to run it up in order to be able to control them all. It would be really nice, but I don't think with the other changes that it had to do were necessary with like the plumbing and stuff like that, but I don't know if the state is gonna wanna do that much of a change order for lights, so.
I think if we have an extra $500,000, let's spend it on housing rather than lighting.
Yeah.
But we're exploring the solar option, which would be a lot cheaper.
Right.
Regarding the last item, I would ask to table it again. The entire Section 8 admin plan has been completed. Roberta, our director of voucher housing, is going to come up with a summary of the new changes. And I can have Brianna go into more detail about the homeownership program, but I asked to table that one more month.
I'm comfortable with that. Do we have to go on one?
No, it's just tabled. And I would ask if we can go into executive session. Other items?
Sure. There's can I have a motion to enter executive session
The reason being to discuss the executive director's contract.
for the reason of discussing the executive director's contract?
Motion?
Second.
All right, I believe we technically need a roll call vote to enter executive session. Adam Goodwin, aye.
Janice Fine,
Betty Bogna, aye.
Dave Sawyer, aye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in executive session. Thank you for attending. Bye.